Everyone, it's Kristen. So, if you watched like my video in the last couple of weeks, you know my explanation about this shirt, even though it has like literally nothing to do with what I'm talking about other than it is a comic book shirt. Um, so it's like really hot here. We've been getting into like unfortunately triple digits every day. And if I have the air conditioning on, you cannot hear me because there's a vent right there. So I have the fan on and I'm wearing this shirt again and it's really hot. So I'm just briefly telling you, hey, like if in case you're like, well, she's talking about Marvel, why is she wearing a Wonder Woman shirt? That's why. So I'm really excited. Like I recently got this from a friend for my birthday and I'm so excited. I mean, the Marvel Select Iceman. I mean, he's like Marvel Select. I have some more over there, like behind me in their box still in their packaging. But he's so cool. He has so many accessories, and if you watch my early videos, Iceman has been one of my favorites since I saw the animated series, and um, I think if you watched my very first video, I tell you why, which is kind of a little embarrassing. But anyway, so I mean, I was really excited to get this, and like that was so nice of them to get it for me for my birthday. And normally you know me, I keep everything in their package, well, except for the statues because they're meant to come out of the boxes. But of course, once you open like these boxes, and I think the action figure boxes, Barbie boxes, then they get ruined. And I don't know why. Like, of course, the 90s, all the 90s action figures I have, I was really young and I wanted to play with them. So, of course, I took them out of their boxes. But since I started collecting action figures again in the last couple years, I leave them in their boxes. I'm not sure why, but yeah. But I'm going to take them out. I mean, yeah, because I'm going to try not to ruin the box and we'll see. But I'm gonna take him out because he's really cool and like I want to play with him, or I want to at least display him. And it's kind of hard to see how cool he is, in his box since he is, like almost the same transparency color as the box, as the plastic packaging. So what I'm gonna do, because this is probably gonna take a while, I'm just gonna pause the video and I will be like right back. Well, for you guys, it will be like I didn't even leave. So hang on a second. Okay, so I'm back. Well, like I said to you guys, I didn't even leave. So I managed to not like ruin the box too bad. So I might be able to just keep the box. We will see. Um, like I said, I like to keep boxes. And for my action figures, I don't even like the new ones, the Marvel Legends. I don't even open them because, well, I don't know. I've just become that kind of collector, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, I didn't do too bad opening the box, so I think I'll still keep the box. Yeah. So anyway, but you're not interested in the box. So I already like he comes with all kinds of just hands and stuff. So just like two little fists, like I said, because the light, it's hard to tell, and like where he's shooting out like ice crystals, and then just like a regular head, which I kind of wish that they had defined the eyes a little bit more because you really can't see them very well. I mean, you can see them because they put a little bit of black, but like on this one, there's like really no black on that eye, like around that eye. So you can't really, it makes it, of course, of course, Iceman will not have black around his eyes, obviously, in his ice form, but just for the action figure's sake, I wish they'd been a little bit more careful, paid a little bit more attention to the detail because, like on this side, he has a little bit of black around the eye, and then on this side, he doesn't. So that eye gets a little bit lost, honestly. But he's still really cool. Like I went ahead and put these on him, like where he's, using his ice powers. Of course, he's like really articulated. Um, and he actually like the torso actually looks good. And here's like his belt. Some of his costumes he has a belt. Some of them he doesn't. I mean, of course, when he originally appeared, he didn't have a belt because he was just made out of like ice. It was like he just had boots, basically. He really looked more like a snowman, honestly. But yeah, some of his costumes he has a belt. Some of them he doesn't. But I like the belt because, of course, otherwise, it has the X symbol on it. So otherwise, that is the thing that distinguishes him as a member of the X-Men. And I like the hair version, the head. I mean, this version is cool too because sometimes he has appeared that way. But I like the hair version. I think that's cool. So yeah. Oh, and this is the thing I was most excited about because like look, it's his ice slide. You know how that's how he gets around. Um, like it's so cool. Like he has little holes in the bottom of his feet, so you can put him in here. Let me try to put him in here. Okay, I'm having a harder time than my friend did. My friend who got me this figure, he also has this figure, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's no problem." Okay, there, I finally did it. But he's not very stable, I will say, on this. Um, I feel like I'm gonna probably lean him against something so that he doesn't just like totally fall down. But or like maybe I could somehow like prop this to where he kind of is leaning on that. Let's see. See, he's falling forward. So he's not like super stable. Um, maybe maybe that's what these are for. Like it came with two of these. I don't know what these are. I'll have to do some research because I don't know what these are used for. Maybe they help him stay up. I will have to, like, if you know, let me know because, yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's already fallen off. See, I feel like, yeah, because of course, look, his ankles, like, they totally swivel. They totally move. I feel like if they had just kind of made his ankles stiffer, like that joint, then he wouldn't not stay on here. Or, I mean, he would stay on here better because he does not really want to stay on here because you put him in the pegs and he starts to kind of lean forward because this joint is so loose, which is, if you want the articulation, which is great, all of his joints work and stuff. They're very like swivelly. They work really well. But if you want him to be displayed and stand up on this thing, that doesn't work very well. Like he just leans forward. Like my friend said that he kind of just did one of them and then kind of propped him up the other way. So I'll have to ask him how he did it because yeah, he just leans forward when I put him in the pegs. So that's my only issue with him is that he leans forward and and of course this being so heavy, ooh, I bet one of those things could help this like stand up or be propped up, one of these things because of course this being so heavy and that arm or this hand joint being just a peg, it just immediately flops to the ground. So, but he's a really cool figure. Like I'm super happy with him. I'm super excited to have him. And you will be seeing him behind me displayed because yeah, I think if I prop him up on one of the boxes, then I think he'll stay on his ice slide. But it's just really cool. Oh, and he also came with his power inhibitor belt. Like if you don't remember, because I had kind of forgotten about this because like when Jim Lee took over the X-Men in 1991, like he didn't draw him with the belt on his costume. So I feel like people forgot about this, but the storyline in like I think like 1987, it was Thor like 377, I think. Anyway, Loki kidnaps him and takes him, to his realm so that he can use his powers to supercharge. Like he uses his machines to supercharge his powers so that he can control like the frost giants. But of course, it backfires on him, and then Iceman's powers become totally out of control. And Thor saves Loki and Iceman, and Iceman returns to Earth and then realizes he can't control his powers. And then I think like X Factor 25 or 26, um, you know, uh, I think they're fighting the Friends of Humanity, and they put an inhibitor on him, like a power dampener, and that actually helps him to control his powers. So then, for like maybe 40 issues or so, he wears this to help control his powers. And then they never really talk about the point where he is in control of his powers again. Because, of course, the whole Emma Frost taking over his body thing, that happened way after, he was pictured without the belt, without, the power dampening belt. So I think one of the rumors is Jim Lee just totally didn't want to draw the belt or forgot about the belt. And of course, his X-Men 1 is like the best-selling comic book of all time. If not the best-selling at this point, it's definitely one of the best-selling. So I think people took that kind of like as gospel in terms of you know, what Iceman was. Anyway, so I'm really happy with this figure. I just wish the whole look and his ankle is totally like he rolled his ankle. And I didn't do that. So like I didn't it just happens. Like I said, I think if the ankle joints were stiff and not, so flexible like they are, I think that would have helped him stay on this a whole lot better. But like I said, you'll see him displayed behind me. Um, I'll prop him up against a box so that you guys can see him and so that I can enjoy him. And I think also on his torso, they got his torso right because some of these like that getting this prompted me to dig out my other Iceman figures, and you'll kind of see what I mean. So let me put him down for a second. And okay, so this one, I actually found this one on sale, and I totally wish, like, if there had been more than one, I totally would have gotten two so that I can open this box. Because, like I said, I don't know why, but I've just become that collector where I don't open boxes like of action figures because once you open like especially these kind of boxes, just ruins it. Anyway, so this one, he comes with his own little ice slide too, and it looks like his joints are probably his ankle joints are probably not as pliable as the Iceman, the Marvel Select one. So, and this one also is not like a huge ice slide like this. It's just kind of more like a little one, like a skateboard or something. But I like the design of him. And you can see they did the black around the eyes, so the eyes pop more. And of course he's wearing his belt so that he's a member of the X-Men. Um he kind of looks silver to me, more kind of like I hate to say it, but like Silver Surfer. He's not like as blue, I think, as he should be, but he's more of like a metallic. He's not as see-through, ice blue as he could be. But I still really like this figure. I think like they got their proportions right, and I like that they made sure to have the black around the eyes so that you can see his eyes so that they actually, stand out. And I think it's cool that they added the little extra eye slide. And I can't remember which one comes first, but I think it's this one. So, and then this one, it's the build, obviously the Build-A-Figure, the Juggernaut series. And like I said, well, okay, I mean, because they want you to buy all of them so that you will build this figure. So of course you have to open them, but I don't have all of them. Like I said, I just got into collecting the newer action figures about 2 years ago, so I missed out on a lot of action figures, like a lot of really cool ones. But and now a lot of them are maybe like triple the price. They were like 20, 24, and now they're like almost 60 for a lot of them. Or you just can't find them. So unfortunately, that's my loss. But anyway, I didn't know about these until, like I said, 2 years ago, because I hadn't been collecting like action figures at that point. Like I had these and I had my statues and Barbies, and stuff. And I wasn't really collecting the action figures. Like I didn't have the room at that point. And now I do have the room, although I'm running out of room. Anyway, so I missed out on some. So I don't have the whole series of this. So I can't build Juggernaut. So I'm like, well, I might as well just leave them in their boxes anyway. So, like I feel like okay, because of course Iceman, he's not like broad shouldered like Wolverine or Cyclops or, as big as Colossus, obviously. So he's more on the skinny side, but I feel like this version is almost too skinny, like his torso to me. I think maybe if they had the belt, it would break it up a little bit and make his torso not look so long. Because it does, it looks really long. And he looks really skinny. And he has like little ice spikes on his shoulders. But of course he's Iceman, so I had to get him. I mean, but I think the coloring is good. He doesn't look as man, I dropped it. He doesn't look as silver as this guy does. Silver metallic as this guy does. So I think that overall it's a good figure, but at the same time I think it's off a little bit, and they don't have the black around the eyes. They did make the eyes like wider. So we do see them, but not as much as if they had just a teeny bit of black, like eyeliner for girls, or well, I think some guys wear it too. But it just accentuates the eyes, so you see them more. Anyway, so yeah, I think in my opinion, just a little bit too skinny. Just looks like he has a really long torso. I think the belt would have helped that. And again, and then this was the Build a Colossus version. And no, I don't have all of these either. I mean, of course, this and this I should, because they're all X-Men characters. But of course I don't. Oh, you can already see the eyes. I think because this is darker on him way more than you can on him. Like you can, even in the plastic, you can see the contrast. Anyway, so yeah, no, I don't have all these, which would have been cool for Colossus, but yeah, no, I don't have all these. um, but yeah, I think his torso again is just a little bit long. He has, the spiky hair and then the spikes on his shoulders, and comes with different hands that are just because like this one hand is a fist, and then he has just the two hands up here. So overall, I think these figures are pretty even. Well, actually, I think this one is skinnier, like even skinnier than this one, or he looks even skinnier. So, of course, this is supposed to be the Age of Apocalypse and Iceman, but he's Iceman, so of course I had to have him. And then let's see. Oh, and then I was going. Of course, I have the original Iceman, like the original Iceman, which actually looks a whole lot like this, but he's like totally clear, and he has the same kind of body style though, and he has the ice slide that you put water in it, and you put in the freezer, like him standing in it. So it would freeze. I have that. I don't know where it is though. It's somewhere among all my stuff. But I did manage to find this one. This one is the like the old school Age of Apocalypse, well, the 90s Age of Apocalypse action figure, and you can see the eyes really well because they like really shaded them like really well. Okay, I'm sorry, the light. And it has, it has the spikes on the shoulder and spikes, on the back and back of his legs and everything. It has this little button back here that oh, if it wants to work. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, well, it had a button back here. It does have a button, and you push it up, and it actually raises this even more, so it stands even a little bit further. I don't want to break him. Oh, there it goes. See? Oh no, and now, oh, now I can't do it again. There, okay. Anyway, I'll leave it like that. And but my favorite part is these and like these accessories you put on his arms and his hands. And you snap them on really quick. I mean, how cool like does that look? Oh, and then he has like boots that you put him in. Like, and I actually even have sticky tack stuff to help him stay in because he never really wanted to stay in these very well. But like, look how cool that looks. I mean, yeah, granted, let's see. If you compare him to this one, of course, this one's not to scale, not for the Marvel Legends scale, because all these figures were like 4 or 5 inches, and Marvel Legends are now like 6 and 7. So of course he's not to scale, but look how cool he looks, especially like Age of Apocalypse Iceman. So I feel like this is still like I still like this version better than the other Age of Apocalypse version just because like of how cool, like how, almost menacing he looks. So anyway, anyway, I was really excited like when I got this figure, the Marvel Select figure for my birthday recently, from a friend, and that got me thinking, oh, I wonder how it compares to all my other Iceman figures, and it is really like the articulation is great, the accessories, are great. Like I said, I need to do research to figure out how these work. Because I've never opened. I don't open my action figures, and I've never seen those before, so I don't know exactly what those are. But this, like that whole ice slide, like I said, he's definitely going to go on my shelf and be displayed, and I will have to save all the other accessories, put them somewhere safe because, um, yeah, because he's just really cool. Like he's like a little statue in himself. I mean, because just all the accessories and the detail, it's just really cool. I mean, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed looking at my small little Iceman action figure collection. And I hope you will join me again for the next video. Until then, bye.